Are you a NRI earning income in India? Then you are subjected to TDS, which is tax deducted at source on various earnings, which includes your sale of property in India. TDS can be sometimes exceeding your actual tax liability, leading to potential cash flow challenges and getting your working capital stuck. To address this issue, the Income Tax Act allows NRIs to apply for a lower TDS or a nil TDS certificate, which authorizes deductors to withhold tax at a reduced rate or a nil rate. Imagine if you don't have a lower TDS certificate, then you can be taxed at 20% on long term capital gains and 30% for short term capital gains. This is only applicable to NRIs. Now, just talking a little further, under Section 197 of the Income Tax Act, NRIs can request a certificate permitting income payers to deduct tax at a lower rate or grant a nil deduction certificate. This is particularly beneficial when the standard TDS rates surpass your actual tax liabilities, such as during the sale of property, where TDS is deducted on the total sale amount rather than the net capital gain. I repeat, TDS is deducted on the total sale amount rather than the net capital gain. This again is applicable only to NRIs. So, so I've been asked a lot of questions where the first one being, is the indexation benefit available to NRIs? Answer is no. Even for the residents, if you have purchased a property after July 23rd, 2024, like when the new finance bill was passed, uh, you are not eligible for indexation. Is the indexation available to residents? Answer is yes, provided the property has been purchased before July 23rd, 2024. Now, to apply for a lower TDS certificate, what are the documents you need? First one is you need your property documents, which is your original sale deed. Secondly, if you have entered into an agreement to sell with a buyer, you need that copy. And third one, your chartered accountant should provide you with the calculation of the rate at which they would apply for a lower TDS certificate. In my experience in the last couple of months, I have seen NRIs getting a lower TDS certificate which ranges from 0% to around 9.5%. So it is always beneficial to apply for a lower TDS certificate. Your CA submits the documentation for the lower TDS certificates. The assessing officer will review your application, and more often than not, they ask you for additional documentation. Upon satisfaction, the assessment officer will issue the lower TDS certificate, specifying the rate at which the TDS can be deducted. Basis this, you can the buyer will deduct the TDS on behalf of the seller, and it will be deposited in the seller's PAN number at the end of the quarter. The biggest question I get asked from NRIs is how long is it going to take? Usually takes somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Um, I have seen cases where it has been approved in 15 days as well, but the chances are very limited. So always have a period of around 6 weeks to get the lower TDS certificate. Now, what is the validity of the certificate? The validity of the certificate is till the financial year end. For example, if I apply for a certificate today, where I'm in December 2024, and I get allocated a lower TDS certificate, that certificate is valid till March 31st, 2025. Now, post issuance actions, you need to provide the certificate to the payer to ensure TDS is deducted at the approved lower or nil rate, retain copies of all the documents and certificates for future like reference and compliance. What we need to understand, especially for NRIs, is by securing a lower or nil TDS certificate, NRIs can effectively manage your tax capabilities, your tax liabilities, ensuring the TDS deductions align more closely with the actual tax obligation, therefore optimizing your like cash flow and like reducing the need for refunds. And sometimes we will take loans to pay the seller. Okay, all this can be managed more effectively. Hope this like video was helpful. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. And this like video is like sponsored by SASC Consulting. This is like CA Shah Sharif. Please do like, comment in the like, comment box in case you have any like questions, and I will also share my contact details, and like, we can like, get in touch if you need any help. Thank you.